first time to Viễn. I think it's a wonderful country. I learned a lot. Today I want to share you about how to monitor MySQL with open telemetry. I think this is a kind of new feature from MySQL. So I feel that it is a very good chance to share with you. First of all, I think most of people, MySQL should not new to most of people, particularly if you have ever using database. But not many people know that what the latest development of MySQL. So in the beginning, I also do some introduction about the latest status of MySQL. MySQL should be, based on most of the evaluation, like DB engine, which is the most significant database evaluation website. That is MySQL as the number 2 of the number 2 database worldwide. It only second to Oracle. They have a different kind of criteria to evaluate all the databases, like features, like developing team, like number of technical resources, and any kind of documentation, something like that. They list MySQL as the second to Oracle. But if you look at the open source database, MySQL is number 1. MySQL should be far more than the rest of the particularly with the open source database. And MySQL is not actually currently MySQL is not only database. MySQL, MySQL developed quite a lot of products or features around MySQL database. We can separate. We have different kind of a category of developer. The first is MySQL software itself, or we call it on-premise, which is develop the software. You can install MySQL or you install MySQL related system on your on-premise machine or on your own data center. Apart from on top of the database itself, we also offer quite a lot of high availability feature, which let us be able to replicate data between different MySQL servers. Not only with a typical SQL replication, but we can also support up to real-time replicate between databases. So once you have multiple databases with the same data, you can have a failure. Once the database is down, either it is externally down or you have planned down to maintain your database. You can fail to the rest of the database, you get the same data, you get the same service. Which we call MySQL HA architecture. It includes DB cluster. DB cluster is kind of very simple HA architecture. It's based on the primary storage DB based on DB to relate that to the rest of the node with the same DB cluster group. And it will guarantee you will not lose any data once it is available. And the highest availability we offer, we call NDB cluster. NDB cluster, or sometimes you look at the MySQL website, we call MySQL cluster, which offer you 6 night availability. That means, throughout the year, the database will probably running all the time. The data should be limited to seconds. This is the availability. And on top of MySQL community edition, we also create a lot of plugins on top of MySQL Enterprise edition. Those plugins bring a lot of security features. Whether it's for TD transparent data encryption, which encrypt the data while it is stored on the storage. We also create a lot of security features like a firewall, like a secret encryption, something like that. They are all be able to support by Enterprise Edition, which let our enterprise level user be able to meet some kind of security criteria or to fulfill some kind of a requirement from the government, something like that. And currently people talk a lot about microservice. So on top of standalone MySQL, we wrap kind of a service into Kubernetes. We create a MySQL operator for Kubernetes. then you'll be able to wrap MySQL within Kubernetes and many MySQL, and let Kubernetes manage MySQL for you. It will monitor. It can monitor the service of the MySQL, and when it is bring up, you will automatically bring up, bounce the database. And you can do a lot of management feature, like create DB cluster with a very single command from ham, or with a YAML file to specify what kind of computing that you want to have MySQL, or you can specify how many nodes with DB cluster. The Kubernetes itself will automatically bring those kind of services for you. And we also, and based on MySQL and Enterprise Edition, we also holding MySQL to Oracle Cloud. We call OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. With Oracle Cloud, we offer a kind of very kind of extreme performance feature. We call Midway, MySQL Midway. It is sitting beneath MySQL data itself. So with a single command, you can improve the performance. Could be hundreds of times. Actually, I have experienced that it improved the performance thousands of times. That means if you single statement need to scan 10,000 millions of rows, or 100 million rows, maybe it took maybe you would take 10 minutes or even 20 minutes to take a response, to get a response. But with the Midway, it will reply your query within one second. And on top of the Midway, we also embed some kind of machine learning feature and data lake feature, which later you'll be able to load data not from the MySQL direct itself, but also load your CSV file, packet file from the backend, from object storage, and let object storage loading the data into the Midway node, and those data can be able to service by MySQL itself. You can create those data from MySQL node. This is the kind of offer that we can have. So if you are interested, you want to know more about MySQL, I think we have a several session on Wednesday. I think you can go to room 201, if I'm correct, to join our session. And we have a booth on the left-hand side of this room. And if you like, you can go to our booth and have a talk with us to check out the feature. This is about MySQL. But today I'm talking about MySQL Open Telemetry. So what is telemetry? Telemetry is kind of a standard. It is not a kind of a solid product. It's kind of a standard, and define the architecture, define the framework for all the incremental or for all the vendors to implement kind of a monitor service across the network. You can collect those. You can base on the telemetry, collect all the logs, collect the trace information from the service that we define. And why do we need this kind of telemetry? Because if you ever manage software like MySQL, you can find some kind of monitor service or some kind of management service, even if it's on the cloud or it is on-premise software. You can know the status of the single service. You can know which table goes into MySQL from MySQL monitor service like MySQL monitor or OCI's Oracle Cloud Infrastructure MySQL monitor service, like something like that. But probably the problem is not happen during within the software itself, within MySQL itself. Probably it has some run between different services, because sometimes you need to ask your application need to query data, but sometimes the problem comes from the network level. There's some kind of block level problem between your application and the MySQL. So if you want to figure out what kind of issue will happen across many different components, particularly with latest technology like microservice or cloud computing, this is what telemetry is about. Telemetry collect the data. If you need to collect the data with telemetry, you collect MySQL data with telemetry. What you need is to install kind of a telemetry component. After 8.2, there will a telemetry library come with MySQL. So what you need to do is to install component and assign this component telemetry. Once you run the command, you can see the variable, a bunch of telemetry related service, like trace enable or log level, something like this, all show the telemetry there. And if you want to hook the MySQL with the telemetry service, you need a telemetry service. This example comes from OCI, Protocol Module APM, Application Performance Monitor Service on the cloud. What you need to do is first create a domain on the console of the APM service. And then you need to find out two things. One is the authentication information, which is you can find from the data key. You can see the private key here. And you need to find the endpoint because the communication between campus is use HTTP format. So you need to find the HTTP URL. You find out the endpoint of the URL, and then set up the endpoint to the database. Endpoint to the database. So when you get it been done, you can access the database with the MySQL command, but specify that it is a telemetry client. They will use telemetry library to collect the MySQL related information, which includes session information, statements, and feedback to the telemetry service, telemetry monitor service like APM. And once you access the MySQL with the telemetry library, you can see that the client shows that it is connected with the telemetry library, and there are plugins, telemetry plugin within. And you can also embed the telemetry module with most of the MySQL connector, This is an example from Python. So you see that with the MySQL connector, it also embeds the open telemetry distributor. And you can use this kind of a module to take data from MySQL database and feedback to telemetry. So once you've done that, you can see the telemetry console will show all the statement, all the session on the console. And you can see the console will also show the how many times you've been access to the database and what kind of a result you has. And you can see the topology here. And you can see some of the statement if you do status statement. And you can also see which the connection is from. Like this one is from connect cancel, means that it's from Python program. Yeah, basically it's all. So basically this is all about the MySQL telemetry. And so if you want to know more about MySQL telemetry, what you need to go to the telemetry. First, you need to understand what is telemetry. And we have posted some articles like MySQL blog or MySQL manuals. You can find MySQL manual telemetry session to talk about how to set up with that. And because we have many different connectors, so you can find the connector-related telemetry service from our connector manuals. Okay. So this is basically this is kind of a short introduction from me. So if you want to know more about, because we have very limited time, so if you want to know more about MySQL or MySQL telemetry, I think we are on our booth, and please, you are welcome to approach our booth to have a talk. Thank you very much.
Vâng, xin được cảm ơn những chia sẻ của Ai Vân Tú, giám đốc kỹ thuật giải pháp MySQL cấp cao tại